All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into AI,
Yeah,
a very buzzy topic,
absolutely.
one that everyone is talking about these days.
For sure.
You sent over this really interesting article from Calls 9 Insights called,
Yeah.
Can Artificial Intelligence Replace Human Intelligence?
It's a big question.
Big
A
question.
lot of people are thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking back a few years,
Yeah.
and the idea of AI writing a novel
Mm-hmm.
or composing music was like pure science fiction.
It seemed very far off.
But now it's practically
far.
old news.
It's almost.
It is old news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where does that leave us?
That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Where does that leave us humans?
Well, I think the article does a good job of sort of laying out,
Yeah.
that there are limitations to AI.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you think about a chess master who can, make all these moves
Mhm.
and calculate millions of potential outcomes, but doesn't understand like the emotion behind the game
Yeah.
or the strategy.
I like that analogy
Yeah.
because it does feel like it can mimic patterns
Yeah.
to create things that are impressive.
Yeah.
But there's something missing.
Right.
Right.
There is.
And so,
yeah.
what about this argument that AI is only as good as the data
Yeah.
it's fed?
Well, that's a key point.
Does that mean like we're safe as
Yeah.
long as we control the data?
Well, it's a key point because it raises the question about,
Yeah.
how AI actually learns right. So imagine you were trying to teach an AI to write poetry,
Yeah.
but the only data you fed it
Mhm.
was like rhyming dictionaries and grammar rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It might produce
Yeah.
technically perfect verses, but would they,
Right. Would they move you?
would
Yeah.
they have soul?
Right. Probably not. You can tell there's something missing.
Yeah. And
And what is that?
well,
Feels
that's
something uniquely human.
I think it is, that ability to connect with
yeah.
emotions and draw from personal experience.
Yeah.
Imbue your creations with meaning that goes beyond
Yeah.
logic and data.
Okay, so that's reassuring for now at least.
Yeah.
But the article also talks about the impact of AI on jobs,
Right.
which is a
It's a big one.
big concern for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, if AI can write novels and compose music,
Yeah.
what's to stop it from replacing
Yeah.
writers,
Yeah.
musicians, even
Podcast hosts.
podcast hosts?
Right.
Right.
Big question.
That is a big thought-provoking question.
Yeah. The article actually quotes Sam Altman,
Okay.
who is the CEO of OpenAI,
Yeah.
who suggests that, while AI is going to reshape the job market,
Yeah.
it might actually pave the way for
Yeah.
new and potentially better jobs.
Better jobs.
Yeah.
So instead of fearing the robot takeover, we should be thinking
Yeah, I think that's
the right way to look at it.
Yeah.
How can we,
Leverage it
how can we leverage AI?
to enhance our skills, create new opportunities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The article, really focuses on that idea of collaboration,
Okay.
not competition.
So AI is like a tool.
Yeah, almost like a supercharged
Right.
research assistant
Right.
that can help you sift through, mountains of data,
Yeah.
automate tasks,
Right.
and even, help spark new ideas.
So freeing up our time and energy
Exactly.
to focus on the things that we as humans do best:
Absolutely.
creative problem solving,
Yeah.
critical thinking,
Yeah.
building relationships.
I think that's where the real excitement lies.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like instead of viewing it as a threat,
Yeah.
view it as
A
a
catalyst.
catalyst for human progress
Yeah, a tool. I like it.
that can help us unlock new levels of
Mm.
creativity, productivity,
Mhm.
even personal fulfillment.
But there's this one other aspect of AI that I
Yeah.
think we need to talk about.
Sure.
Which is this ability to process
Mm-hmm.
and understand
Yeah.
human emotions.
Yeah.
Can AI truly empathize?
Yeah.
Or is it just mimicking
Mm.
patterns?
Yeah.
I don't know that I would want to spill my heart out to
Yeah.
a robot therapist, would you?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
while AI can analyze data,
Right.
right? Like facial expressions, tone of voice, even the words that we use,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it doesn't experience those emotions in the
Oh,
same way.
It's like the difference between reading a book about heartbreak
Exactly.
and actually experiencing a breakup.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it might be able to recognize
Right.
a pattern of sadness,
Yeah.
but it can't really understand what that feels like.
Yeah, there's like a fundamental gap
There is a gap.
in experience.
Right.
Yeah, and I think, this section of the article really highlights that key takeaway.
Okay.
That, while AI can be a powerful tool
Mhm.
for analyzing and responding to emotions,
Right.
it can't replace the depth
Okay.
and authenticity of human connection.
Which is good news for therapists
Right.
and anyone who values like a
Sure.
genuine heart-to-heart.
Absolutely.
But you know what about this first part of the article
Sure.
really stood out to you as insightful?
Well, I think, you know what I found really interesting is that
Yeah.
it reframes our understanding of AI.
Okay.
You know, it's not about AI replacing us,
Yeah.
but rather about augmenting
Yeah.
and enhancing our
Yeah.
uniquely human capabilities.
I like that.
Right. It's about finding that sweet spot
Okay.
where human ingenuity
Yeah.
and AI's processing power come together to achieve something really extraordinary.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the possibilities
Yeah.
while also recognizing the limitations.
Absolutely.
So for all you listeners out there,
Yeah.
don't panic about the robot overlords just yet,
Not yet.
but do stay tuned for part 2,
Yeah.
where we'll delve deeper into the potential impact of AI
Yeah.
on the future of work
Right.
and explore
Yeah.
some of the ethical considerations we need to address.
I think it'll be a fascinating discussion.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. So welcome back to our deep dive into AI. And before we kind of went off on that tangent about robot therapists,
Right.
we were talking about how AI might actually reshape the job market.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this idea of AI creating better jobs.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Well, I mean, are we all going to become AI whisperers?
Yeah?
Well,
Is that what I should put on my business card?
maybe put that on your LinkedIn profile.
But in all seriousness, you know, the article suggests that as AI starts to take over those more routine tasks,
Right.
the repetitive tasks, it could actually free us up
Okay.
to focus on work that requires more creativity,
Okay.
critical thinking, those complex problem-solving skills.
So instead of, just crunching numbers all day or
Yeah.
stuffing envelopes,
Right.
we'll be like, using our brains
Right, using those higher-level
to
skills.
tackle bigger challenges.
Exactly.
Okay.
Come up with innovative solutions.
That does sound kind of exciting.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, think about fields like, scientific research
Mhm.
or artistic creation, even social entrepreneurship.
Right.
These are all areas where AI can be incredibly powerful.
Okay.
But they still require that human spark, the imagination, the intuition.
Empathy.
Exactly, to really thrive.
Okay. I'm starting to see the potential here.
Yeah.
But let's be real. I think a lot of people are worried about job displacement. How do we make sure that everyone benefits from this AI revolution?
Right.
Not just a select few with, these specialized skills.
Well, that's a really crucial point,
Yeah.
and one that the article does touch upon.
Okay.
It really emphasizes the importance of adaptability
Okay.
and lifelong learning.
So being able to learn new things and
Exactly. In an AI-powered world,
yeah,
the ability to learn new skills,
right.
embrace new technologies,
Keep growing.
think critically,
Yeah.
those are going to be more valuable than ever.
So it's not just about acquiring a specific
Right.
technical skill.
It's a mindset.
It's like a
It's a mindset of continuous learning
continuous learning and growth.
and growth. Exactly.
We need to be comfortable with the idea that our jobs are going to evolve.
Yeah.
And we might need to upskill or reskill
Throughout your career.
throughout our careers.
Yeah.
Okay, so this applies to not just individuals.
Right. It applies to businesses,
Businesses.
educational institutions.
Yeah. Educational institutions, right?
Wow.
We can't just keep churning out graduates
Right.
with the same old skills and expect them to thrive.
Exactly. We need to rethink
Yeah.
how we educate and train
Right.
the next generation of workers.
Yeah.
Equip them with those critical thinking skills,
Give them the tools.
the problem-solving abilities,
Right.
the adaptability they'll need.
So it sounds like we need a systemic shift
Yeah.
in how we approach education and workforce development.
100%.
Okay, this all makes a lot of sense. But I can't help but think, is there a risk of creating a divide
That's a great question.
between those who can adapt and those who can't?
Yeah.
What about people who don't have access to education or who, struggle with
Sure.
technological change?
That is a valid concern, and I think it highlights how important it is to ensure equitable access to education and training
Yeah.
and opportunities in this new landscape.
Okay.
Right. We need to create systems that support lifelong learning, Right.
and provide opportunities for everyone to upskill and reskill,
Yeah.
regardless of their background.
Yeah, regardless of their circumstance.
Yeah, their circumstances, exactly.
It sounds like to really navigate this transition successfully,
Yeah.
it's going to require like a collective effort.
It will.
We need businesses, governments, educational institutions, individuals to all work together
Yeah, everyone got to be on board.
to make sure that everyone benefits.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about creating a future where AI empowers everyone,
Right.
not just a select few.
I like that. And that brings us to another important consideration that the article raises, which is the need for human input and oversight
Yeah.
in AI development and deployment.
We can't just let AI run wild, right?
Right. We can't just let it do its thing
Right.
without any guardrail.
Exactly. We need to make sure it's being used for good.
But how do we do that?
Well, it's not as simple as just programming ethics into a machine,
Right.
but it's not impossible either.
The article really stresses that it's important to develop clear ethical frameworks for AI development.
Okay, so like guidelines.
Yeah, guidelines, frameworks, and then also,
Yeah.
establishing robust testing and auditing procedures
Okay.
and really fostering a dialogue, an open dialogue
Right.
about the societal implications of AI.
So approaching AI development with a sense of responsibility
Yes.
and intentionality,
100%.
like thinking carefully about the values that we embed in these systems
Right.
and the potential consequences.
Both intended and unintended.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just about the code itself. It's about the intentions behind the code.
It's about the intentions.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about fostering a culture of responsible innovation
Okay.
where ethical considerations are at the forefront of every decision
Yeah.
that we make about AI.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. It's a big challenge,
It is.
but it's also incredibly exciting.
Yeah. How do we even begin to tackle?
Such a complex and multifaceted challenge.
Well, I think we're at a really pivotal moment
Yeah.
in history
Okay.
where we actually have the chance to shape the future of AI and
Yeah.
ensure that it serves humanity's best interests.
Okay, it's like we're at the helm of a ship
Yeah.
charting a course through uncharted waters.
I love that analogy.
We need to be bold and cautious,
Yes.
innovative and responsible
Or thoughtful.
as we kind of navigate this new frontier.
Exactly. And that's why these conversations are so crucial. We need to be having these discussions now
Right.
while the future of AI is still being written.
Yeah.
We need to bring diverse voices to the table,
Right.
consider different perspectives,
Balance.
and work together to create a future where AI enhances our lives,
Yes.
not diminishes our humanity.
It's a great point. It's not about fearing the robot.
It's about harnessing the power
Right.
to create a better future.
Not everyone.
For everyone, exactly.
And that's where the conversation about AI ethics and
And responsible development.
responsible development becomes crucial.
Absolutely.
This is so fascinating.
It is.
What for you is like the most significant takeaway
Yeah.
from this part of the article? Well, we could talk for hours and hours about this,
Right.
but unfortunately, all good deep dives must come to an end.
Yeah, it's true. But it's been really great, seeing you
Yeah.
kind of wrestle with these questions and
Yeah.
really dig into the complexity of this topic. So
Well, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't
Right.
ask the tough question.
gotta ask the tough questions.
Right. But speaking of those tough questions,
Yeah.
the one that I keep coming back to is,
Yeah.
what does the future hold
Right.
for AI and
Yes.
human intelligence?
Yeah.
Are we talking like a harmonious partnership?
Right.
Or are we headed
But-
towards
Are we gonna have a
a showdown, a battle?
escalation?
Right. Well, I think, the article does a good job of
Yeah.
laying out, a potential future where AI,
Really complements and enhances human abilities.
Right.
Rather than replacing them altogether.
Right.
But like any powerful technology, there's always potential for misuse.
Right.
Unintended consequences.
yeah, we've seen those dystopian movies.
We've seen the movies. We know how this could go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay optimistic.
Yeah.
The article does talk about
Right.
a lot of potential benefits,
It does. There are huge potential benefits.
like revolutionizing healthcare,
Yeah, healthcare.
tackling climate change.
Climate change is a big one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it could transform the world for the better.
Okay. That does paint a more hopeful picture.
Yeah.
But I think even with those positive applications,
Yeah.
there's still this underlying fear
right.
that it's just going to get too intelligent,
right.
too autonomous, too
Yeah.
powerful,
And we lose control.
and just slips out of our control.
Creates the fear. Right.
Right. It's a very valid fear.
Yeah. I mean, science fiction has been exploring that for a long time.
Yeah.
But I think we need to remember that AI at its core
Okay.
is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reflection of our own ingenuity,
Right.
our desire to solve problems
Yeah.
and improve our lives.
Right.
So the question isn't whether AI will
Mm.
become too intelligent.
Yeah.
It's whether we will be intelligent enough
Okay.
to guide its development responsibly.
So it's not about fearing the AI itself.
Yeah.
It's about taking responsibility for the choices that we
Yeah.
make.
It's about ensuring that it remains a tool
Right.
that serves humanity,
Right. Not the other way around.
not the other way around.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And that brings us back to the ethics.
It does.
Right.
Yeah, we need to be embedding human values into these systems.
Right.
Making sure that they're used for good, not for harm.
Right.
You know, it's about prioritizing transparency, accountability.
So it's not just about the code itself.
Right. It's about the intentions behind the code.
It's about the intentions.
Right. It's
Right.
about fostering a culture
Yeah.
of responsible innovation.
Right. Where those ethical considerations
Yeah.
are at the forefront of
Absolutely.
every decision
Absolutely.
that we make about AI.
It's a societal challenge.
It's a societal challenge.
Yeah.
It's not just a technological one.
Not just a technological one.
Okay.
We need to be having these open and honest conversations
Yeah.
about the implications of AI
Right.
working together to create a future
Yeah.
where AI benefits all of humanity.
Well, this has been such a fascinating discussion.
It has been.
I feel like I've learned so
I'm
much
glad.
about the technical aspects of AI,
Yeah.
but also the ethical and societal questions
Big questions.
that it raises.
Yeah, exactly.
Well said.
Thanks.
You know, the future of AI is not predetermined.
Yeah.
It's something that we are creating
We're creating it right now.
right now with every choice that we make.
With every choice.
So to all of our listeners out there,
Stay curious. Stay engaged.
keep asking those tough questions.
Keep asking those tough questions. And as AI continues to evolve,
Yeah,
what role do you want to play
right.
in shaping its future?
Yeah, what role do you want to play?
How are you going to use your own intelligence,
Right.
your own creativity,
Yeah,
your own compassion
yeah.
to ensure that AI remains a force for good
A force for good in the world.
in the world?
Yeah.
We hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge
Mhm.
and the inspiration to join the conversation
Yeah,
and help create a future
absolutely.
where humans and AI can thrive together.
We thrive together. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's what we're hoping for.
So until next time,
Yeah.
keep exploring.
Keep exploring.